Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 9. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for your second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up, it picks up where it left off. So now that Stacey has gotten Kay together, Kiana is getting louder. Well, you don't know. Girl, relax. Okay, Stacey said, listen, you know what? Let's just go ahead and call Chris. Since he's accusing me of a lie, let's call him. Here go Giselle. Talking about, no, you know what? She is not to be trusted around your husband, around your children. Now, why would you say some stupid mess like that? To imply that she's not to be trusted around people's children. And Charisse, you piercing your damn lips together, looking to the left and to the right. Do you know what it implies when you say that someone is not to be trusted around children? Like, y'all just take stuff too far. This episode right here really showed me that it's starting to wear on Stacey, and you guys are just ridiculous. All of you look tacky and ridiculous. A fool. So here comes Charisse, honey. She want to get her 5 minutes, honey, not 15, 5. So she calls Chris. She's like, Chris, so Cookie was being made to look bad. Baby, nobody made Cookie look bad. She showed up looking like that. Okay? Greasy, stomping with the big dog. She came... Oh my goodness. Still chilling up in the play. Cookie came stomping up in there on her own. Cookie made her own damn self look bad. So she wants to know if Stacey called Chris and told him anything. He was like, I don't know what y'all folks talking about. What the hell y'all talking about? You know, baby, he gonna get that Alabama twang if he don't do nothing else. Now, even though he said no, they still don't want to believe it. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have called nobody. Kiana was talking to Cookie. Now, this is just my theory. Okay, now y'all see if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, so I feel like Kiana was talking to Cookie and then Chris clicked in. And so then Kiana was telling Cookie everything that Monique had said because she seemed super geeked and fanned out. So she was telling Cookie, girl, well, you know Monique say that he wasn't treating her right. All he wanted was sex, and she said he would never enter her again. Girl say, what now? So she talking to Cookie on the phone for whatever reason. And then Chris clicked in on the other line. Boop. She clicks over. Hello? And then Chris was like, what you got going on? Well, I'm over here talking to Kiana, and word on the street is that your ex was talking about you. And so then that's how Chris got it. Okay? Now again, let's go through this again, people, from the top. Okay? Kiana was talking to Cookie on the phone. And then Chris clicked in. Boop, boop. Cookie clicks over and tells Chris what Kiana said. Now, it's easy to pin it on Stacey because Stacey is the village liar. So we know that we can blame Stacey even though it wasn't her. I'm just saying. Now, this might not be what went on. And this is all allegedly. But I just feel like this is a lie. Something in me just tells me that Stacey did not call that man. Baby, she's so happy to be back with that Caucasian fella. She is not calling Big Chris. She is not calling Chris in his big draws. I don't believe it. Okay? I just don't believe it. Moving forward. Over on the other side, Charisse is talking to Jazzy, Tia, and Angel. And she's like, so we went out one time, right? And we had like these guys. And so they were all married. So one of them went to the restroom. And this chick, well, I'm sorry, Trick. Okay? Because I don't even know why she called this lady a trick. It was very confusing. She said, this trick gonna say, what him being married got to do with me? Okay? Very much on her biz marquee. I got a man. What your man got to do with me? I got a man. I'm not trying to hear that seat. So she didn't give a damn about his wife, according to Charisse. And I was just sitting here like, Charisse, you always got a story. Okay? You always got a story when somebody go out with you. You had them same stories about Karen. Why don't you tell us about you and Katie? Since you want to tell the stories. I mean, because word on the street is that somebody was popping it for pimp. But maybe that's just me who saw the story. Every time you come around, you have somebody else's business in your rabbit mouth. Girl, goodbye. And why is that lady a trick? See, y'all be, baby. Ooh, I couldn't be on this show. Lord, I couldn't be on this show. So across the room, Giselle is over there telling Wendy, girl, Angel say she got an issue with you, baby. She want the smoke. She got some smoke with you. So Giselle calls Angel over because it's time to get it started. And so Angel tells Wendy, like, I don't like the way you treat me. You don't treat me right. Okay, but Gizzard does. Girl, bye. Angel, please go. Okay, baby, just go. I got a toothache this week. Baby, please just go. Okay, I really don't have time. She was like, yeah, I think that you're very dismissive. And Wendy said, I'm not dismissive. I'm just direct. So she told Angel, girl, you got a one-sided beef. I don't know why you're mad at me. This is all you. Angel says, no, Wendy, you're trying to gaslight me. Don't try to get into my head. She said, girl, I can already tell what you're about to say. I can tell what you're thinking. And it's a one-sided beef. Ma'am, it's definitely giving one-sided. It is. So then Ashley says, well, I just want to get to the catfish comment, okay? Because it was said that it came from Wendy. Did it come from you, Wendy, or did it come from Giselle? Ashley. Ashley, shut up. Wendy did not say that. Oh, y'all pissing me off. So then Stacey piped up and she was like, why are we saying that Wendy said it and she did not? So then Stacey said, Giselle is the one who said it. Here comes Kiana. No, Wendy said it. Kiana, calm down. Girl, you are so overstimulating. All that talking real loud in my face, and after a few times, I forget where I am. You gonna have to back up. You need to back up. You need to back up. You getting too close. Like you need to back the... You need to back your ass up. Girl, back that thing up, honey. Shout out to Juvenile. But anywho, Kiana yelling all up in her face. I'm like, girl, you need to pipe down. She did not say it. Fall back. So then Giselle says, no, it was me. I said it. And we know ain't nobody gonna question Giselle for whatever reason. So they're all looking like, oh my gosh, Giselle did say it. Wendy said, yeah, so instead of coming for Giselle, you come for me? Angel goes, well, no, we had a conversation. And see, this is just another example of you being dismissive. Angel, baby, do you know what dismissive is? If she were being dismissive, the conversation would not even be taking place. She would have heard your grievance and walked away, dismissing you. Okay, girl, like, please just be so for real. So then Angel walks off and she's like, I'm done. No, thank you. Wendy said, girl, you're saying no, thank you as if we want you here. You can go. Angel, baby, you know how to give me secondhand embarrassment. When I say I be just barely peeking at the screen when it's Angel scenes, because this is just a mess. So then Kiana comes up and she's yapping. Stacey said, girl, what do you have to talk about besides me? Kiana said, my life, my boo, my condo, my man, my things. What do you have going on? Stacey said, I have a husband. Stacey, let me stop you right there, girl. No, you do not. You have an ex next now. You do not have a husband. Okay. That's not what you got going on. She said, and I also have a ring. So then Kiana said her ring was cloudy with a chance of meatballs. And Stacey said, well, you would think it's cloudy compared to nothing. Why don't you go chase behind Greg? Go get him. Go chase Greg. Go ahead. So then Kiana says, did you pay TJ? How about that? So in the midst of all of this, honey, I got to go get a refreshing beverage, honey, because the heifers are overstimulating me. Do you hear me? When I say they were arguing back and forth and back, there was an argument in every corner of the Sleepy Time podcast 10 million download party. I kid you not. I'm talking about it was an argument in every corner. I said, baby, this right here is too much. So then Wendy starts dancing in between Kiana and Stacey, trying to diffuse the situation. But baby, the way that Stacey and Wendy tag team Kiana and Angel, I lived for every moment. Now, normally, I'm not one of them girls that feels like you need to tag somebody in and both of y'all need to start going at one person. But the way that the entire party was against Stacey, that was some unprecedented mess in the history of Housewives that I can remember. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, honey. And I watch every single franchise. Don't let me only reviewing 2 fool you. Okay, I watch every single one. I have never seen a party where every single person was against one housewife, except for one. I have never seen it. Now, if you've seen it, comment down below and tell me where you saw it and refresh my memory, honey, because I ain't never seen no mess like this. Moving forward. Stacey AK right on up, though, baby. Right on up. Because, girl, who is concerned, let alone jealous, of your Wu-Tang t-shirt wearing goofy ass man? Who? Please tell me who. Girl, please get real. That man is using you as a getaway retreat. He don't give a damn. So Stacey was like, you know what? I got to go. I'm leaving because clearly I'm not welcomed here. I came to celebrate her 10 million downloads and this is how I'm being treated. So Jazzy and Wendy go over there because like, what is happening? Why are you leaving? Giselle comes behind her. Yes, goodbye. I'm pushing the button. If you want to leave, then leave. Just go ahead and go. So Jazzy looks to Giselle and she says, so you're upset with Stacey too? She said, I don't like what I've heard and I just need to marinate on it. Girl, please. Listen, ma'am, okay? You and these followers are bullies. But see, I already knew that you didn't change, Giselle. You didn't. I already knew that. And the way that you sat up here and behaved at this party further lets me know that you have not changed. Everything that you've heard. So you don't have a problem with her. Oh, okay. You're just making up things in your mind. Got it. Moving forward. Now, like I said, when Stacey exited that party, that's when I realized that this was actually starting to get to her. A person can only take so much. Yeah, you know, everybody's like, Stacey took them all on one by one. She knocked them all out one at a time. But that's a lot to be in the center of every single conflict. That is way too much. That lady did absolutely nothing to you, Giselle. Marinate on what? This had nothing to do with you. Y'all are just mean girls. Over on the other side, Angel is over there telling her husband what happened with Wendy. He was like, okay, sweat off your back or whatever, honey. He completely moved on. Then the other ladies did a toast to the Sleepy Time podcast and they moved on from that scene. In the next scene, Stacey is at home with her family. Things are a little bit more calm. They're making pizza. At least this time, it's not that god-awful pizza TJ was making with that lighter fluid he had a drinking or whatever they was drinking over their child. So they're at home, all three, the family. One thing Stacey gonna do is have a scene with some pizza. I don't know if that's her favorite food or what. But a man gonna get somewhere and make Stacey a pizza. A homemade one at that. Maybe Stacey gonna eat that pizza. Do you hear me? So they sit down to eat as a family. And the producer wanted to know if Timo was living there. And she said, no, he's not. We don't want to confuse Arabella. Okay. And we haven't told Arabella. And so once Arabella finds out, then, you know, we'll let her know. Child, I don't want to confuse the baby. I mean, hell, I'm confused by your ex next now. So if I'm confused, I know she gonna be. So just leave that lady alone, honey. Leave that little baby alone. Now, I thought the scene was cute and it was stress-free. So that's good. Over at Ashley's house, Mama Sheila is stopping by. Hey, ma'am. The boys are on the keyboard and not on the counter. And Ashley's over there humming that damn song. Healing in a driving now. Girl, please. I got a toothache. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that until I get some Novocaine, okay? I don't want to hear nothing about that, okay? So shut it. So they go and sit outside, and Sheila was asking about Josh, and Ashley was like, I got to cut the yard. You know, I have to do everything by myself now. Ashley, you ain't cutting that grass. Girl, bye. She basically said that Josh is a little less worldly, so she feels like she needs to let him go because he's never been married and he's never had kids and blah, 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 whatever. Ashley then brings up this man that Mama Sheila is with. He is still doing absolutely nothing, and she is still making excuses. Ashley then says that she has an issue with this man because the man just sits at home and all he does is drink. He has an issue with alcohol. So then Ashley brings up her mom's health and reveals that her mom reveals that she was throwing up blood the other day. She was like, yeah, and I was sick, just throwing up blood. It's really nothing. Ma'am, you need to go have that checked out. What are you talking about? It's really nothing. Girl, what? Ashley wants her mama to take care of herself because she's her only living parent and the person that she's closest with, and she really wants her to take care of her health. Listen, Mama Sheila, please let that man go. Girl, ain't that the one that had you living down at the tent? Ma'am, he has been bringing you down for some seasons now. So, yes, we need to let him go. And maybe if you let him go, Ashley will let you move in with her so you can be a live-in babysitter and you won't have to work so damn much. And Ashley, I see you took off that wig. Your real hair makes you a little more palatable. Okay? A smidge. I still don't like you, but I can tolerate you once you take that wig off. Moving forward. In the next scene, Wendy is going over to Jazzy's house, honey. So listen, we have two separate scenes going on simultaneously. Half of the girls, well, more than half, are in one house and the other is at Jazzy's house. So Wendy is over to Jazzy's house, and Jazzy is newly married. Darius is in the kitchen cooking it up for the ladies. Stacey arrives after Wendy, and Wendy was sitting in the couch, and she was sitting on the couch and she was eating. She said, "Girl, you know that Stacey, she be knocking like she the FBI." I said, "Girl, do not let the people know you know the FBI knock." Oh my gosh. All I could hear was, "Open up, it's the police." Girl, please do not tell them people you know how them FBIs be knocking. Girl, bye. So Stacey wants to talk about what happened after she left. They was like, "Girl, we need to talk about what happened when you were there." Talking about what happened when you left. Honey, don't tell me what has been. Tell me what's now. Honey, I know that's right. Moving forward. Over at the other anti-Stacey house, the anti-Stacey crew is there. Angel, Kiarna, Ashley, her wig, Giselle, and Tia are meeting at Angel's house. Angel, you're so lame. So lame and so weak. You got Gizzard in your house and she don't even like you. Truth be told, if it were between you and Wendy, you're going. Okay? You're done. So I don't even know why you have Giselle in your house. She went and sought out a picture of you, put it on the season, called you a catfish, and everybody's talking about you. You were even featured on the Sherri Shepherd show. Now, Sherri does talk about all the housewives. Indeed, she does. But ma'am, that was from your personal Instagram. And now everybody around the world knows that you use different heads. So girl, you got this woman sitting up in your house, kicking off her shoes and relaxing her damn feet, and she does not even like you. So anywho, she's in there telling them that her and Bobby found a house. Girl, they don't give a damn. Giselle says, "You know what?" In the confessional, Stacey brings the ladies together. We literally trauma bond over Stacey. Giselle, that's impossible. To trauma bond, that would mean that Stacey is abusing y'all. Is she abusing you? Girl, please stop using these words incorrectly. That's the same way you used sneaky link when you were talking about Chris, and that's why Candace ate you up. Please just stop using the words that you don't know the meaning to. Angel up there telling them, talking about, "Y'all would really like my husband better because he is so ready to be shady." Girl, we would like anybody better than you, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So then Tia goes, "Oh, you should have him on your podcast, Giselle." She said, "Girl, everybody want to be on my podcast." Girl, don't nobody want to be on that podcast. Y'all ain't had a real guest yet. Not even one of your housewives' peers have appeared on that damn podcast. Girl, goodbye and good night. So then Giselle says, "I feel like everybody rose to the occasion except one." So then Giselle said, "Yeah, she's the kind of woman that you can't trust." "Oh, but we can trust you?" Girl, please. Back with Stacey, she brings up how Kiarna is always in her face and didn't even give her an opportunity to explain. And she wants moments with Stacey. So Wendy said, "Yeah, I feel like you're her favorite toy in the toy box." But see, Wendy, the problem is she isn't a toy. She's a grown woman. Ain't nobody no damn toy. Back over with the anti-Stacey crew, Giselle is like, "See, y'all didn't know Monique when she was with Chris. And now that she's divorced, I was so happy to hear about her divorce. It was so refreshing." So for Stacey to get up off that table and go and tell Chris, it's disgusting. Giselle, her talking about her demise of her damn marriage is refreshing. See, you like Monique now because you feel like she on the same level as you. When she had 4 homes and a husband that seemed to be doting on her, you couldn't stand her ass. But now she seems to be above all the drama and she's now divorced. You feel like, "Oh, okay, girl, now we can relate." You know what? Disgusting would be something that you know about. But the selective outrage is just a bit too much for me. Because you don't care about Monique for real. Let's just be so serious. You just don't like Stacey. If the roles were reversed, you would be right there rolling your eyes at Monique. If Robin were here, you would be right there rolling your eyes at Monique. But now all of a sudden, it's so refreshing to hear Monique tell us about her divorce. And for her to tell is disgusting. Girl, it's really not. Okay? He was going to see it on TV anyway. Moving forward. Another thing too, what trips me out is that y'all tolerated Mia's lies and even celebrated her trashy self. But your moral compass comes out for Stacey? Girl, be so for real. Baby, be so for real. Okay. So then Tia wanted to know if Monique knows about it. Ashley said, no, she does not. I mean, I haven't shared all that's happened with Chris and Stacey. Nothing has happened with Chris and Stacey. Are you new? Nothing's happened. She was like, I want us to have a sit down because, Cookie got hype and it was really overstimulating at the party. And Kiana, I want you to come as well. Here you go, Kiana. Oh, that's lovely. Kiana, baby, you can stay at the house. And Ashley, you and your wig can too. Moving forward. Back over with Wendy, she's like, Stacey, I want you to meet with Monique. If she doesn't have an issue with it, I feel like y'all should sit down and y'all should talk about it. Now, Stacey agreed, but she was like, I do not want Kiana there because I do not trust her. Listen, I don't blame you. But why are we sitting with Monique if we aren't guilty? They are divorced. Stacey, girl, you giving this situation way too much grace. I've been accustomed, honey, and blocked everybody. In the next scene at Greg's house, Kiana, her brother, and her mom, they're coming over. And I was about to say sister, honey, because she look young. But anywho, Kiana, I'm going to say this, and this is neither here nor there. This is just a side note. You may make my left boob itch, but baby, your entire family is good looking. Do you hear me? All of them are just beautiful people. Too bad Kiana is a flop. But everybody's just so good looking. So anywho, as I went on to say, Kiana is there with her family and she's telling them that Greg wants her to move back in. And she's like, yeah, now he wants to, go look at rings if I want to. And he wants to buy the condo for me. He want to buy the condo to control you and have somewhere to go and lay down in them ugly t-shirts. Girl, do not move back in with that man. Do not allow that man to buy that condo for you. Have you not been watching Sisters? Baby, Tyler Perry showed you exactly what's going to go on. When Gary went over there and bought that condo for Andy ain't been right since. Okay? Like, girl, go on over there and watch BET Sisters, honey, and get just a little bit of sense. This just don't make no damn sense. Talking about he wants to buy the condo for you. But then he told me, let's just do it how you want to do it in whatever order because I want to know what your priority is first. Kay's mama was like, girl, yeah, no. You moved out for a reason. You want a condo over a ring? Kiana does not know how to process a dang on thing. Like, I feel like there is just marbles up there. I really do. Just a pretty empty head. Kiana talking about the condo is a nice gesture. Like, I didn't move out for a ring. I moved out because our relationship wasn't good. Listen, mother, I wouldn't even waste my breath because Kiana stays in a constant state of confusion and I'm not going to let her worry me. Moving forward. Over at Wendy's house, baby, this scene right here. I said, oh my God. Over at Wendy's house, her sister and her mom are coming over to the construction site that they call a home, right? So her sister arrived first. Hey, ma'am, they go on outside because the dust is clear. Wendy tells her that it hurt her when her dad didn't say happy birthday. So she's telling us how they all went to Nigeria and her dad basically bailed out on them. He hid out saying that he was sick. Wendy feels like if her dad sees her, then he will accept her and want to be involved in her life. The sister, on the other hand, is like, it is what it is. It's been this many years and we ain't synced them and we don't need to see him. So then her mama gets there. Hey, ma'am. So she comes on in. She said, what are y'all talking about? So Wendy starts telling her, I was telling her that that my dad, he just isn't accepting of me. And yeah, I'm kind of hurt that he didn't wish me a happy birthday. Now, the mama basically said, girl, F that man. He's miserable. She said, girl, he feels like the odd man out. You both are very successful and I'm enjoying your money. Baby, she started standing up and twirling around. I said, uh-oh. This right here made me feel like that the stress and strain of keeping up with her mom's needs, plus her own, plus keeping up appearances was just too much. Allegedly. That's what it made me think of because there's a lot of stress when your parent thinks you got it and you really don't got it. Then they go inside, right? And so there's some work being done. So Wendy's like, well, let me show you what my money is doing right now. So she starts showing her around the construction that they're doing, the renovations. And so there's a chandelier hanging. Wendy said, is this the one I chose, Rhonda? And Rhonda said, yes, this is the one you chose. Now I was giving rinky dink because I'm like, baby, what is going on here? And so then Wendy's mom said, just get 2 of them. Wendy's got the budget. Wendy has got the budget. Y'all, I said, oh, wait, I know her mama had a fit when they was arrested. Wendy, Girl, watching this feels like a fever dream. I said, this right here is a fool. Mama, please pipe down on the budget talk. Them people watching and taking notes. You know how they said they was watching Watch What Happens Live and went over there and got that stuff out of Candy them garage that belonged to Apollo? Baby, they be watching everything. Please stop talking. Baby, y'all should have cut this scene out. This is a mess. I know Wendy was looking at this scene tonight with one eye open. Her mama thinks she's made of money and she's not. Now, I'm not sure how everything is going here lately. I'm pretty sure that they're trying to see how they can get this to all go away. And I'm not sure exactly what the outcome is going to be. But this scene right here, I was like, oh my God, child, this is a fool. In the next scene, Ashley is meeting some of these hating heifers, as well as Stacey and Monique and Wendy. I wouldn't want to be nowhere near Kiana, but maybe that's just me. So Monique walks into the mess. Kiana starts telling Monique, well, you were the topic at Giselle's party. And then she starts telling her about Stacey telling Chris what she said after Pride. So then Monique said, yeah, about that. Okay, I don't know about that because people be telling half truths and Cookie knows she be lying and she probably added some stank on it with her lying self. So I really don't know who's telling the truth. Yeah, because I feel like Cookie could have been lying too. Everybody's a lie. Everybody's a suspect. So then Wendy arrives and Monique said, well, Wendy, tell me what you think because you know Stacey better than everybody else. Wendy basically said, I'm going to let Stacey speak up for herself, but she did tell me that she did not do that. And she also brought up Sharice calling Chris to try to figure out if it was a lie or if it wasn't. And he said that Stacey didn't do it. So then Wendy tells Kiana, listen, Stacey agreed to talk to Monique, but she doesn't feel safe around Kiana. Kiana gets in the confessional and says, I don't know why she wouldn't feel safe around me when she's the scariest in here. Yeah, that would prove her point. If she's afraid, then she's afraid of you because you're a bit much. Like, Kiana, what do you be talking about? Like, I'm so confused. Why would she be afraid of me when she's the scariest bitch in here? If I'm the scariest bitch in a room and I'm saying that you're overly aggressive and you're a team too much and I'm afraid and uncomfortable around you and I'm scary, that would prove my point. Kiana, do not ever testify for anybody. Okay? Nobody. So anywho, I wouldn't want to be around you either because you brought that pit bull in a skirt to sick her on Stacey and you always talking like you want to fight. You're constantly mad at these people for no reason. See, you dropped it with Wendy because you know you couldn't go toe to toe with Wendy. You tried and failed. You dropped it with Jazzy because Jazzy gave you the old what for and you was like, all right, I'm gonna leave her alone. But see, you think that Stacey is a weak link and a target. So you continue to do it. And because everybody else is doing it, it makes it easier for you to continue. But I wouldn't want to be around you either. It's ridiculous. So then Kiana starts getting mad again. I have no interest in talking to a fake, fraudulent bitch. I'm like, girl, calm down. See, this is exactly what she means. You are proving her point. The way that you just reacted, that's why she's saying that. So then Stacey arrives next. She comes on in, she sits down, but Monique did make sure to greet her. She was like, no, we're good. So, I thought that was good. I thought that was very nice. She hugged Stacey's neck. Stacey sits down. Wendy told her, yeah, I told them what you wanted. You wanted to talk strictly to Monique, but not with Ashley and Kiana around. Monique was like, yeah, but I don't want to go back and forth between people. And he said, she said, I just want to get the whole story. Now, Kiana actually excused herself, which I thought was best, but Ashley is still sitting there. And so she can run it back to her leader, Giselle. I'm like, Ashley's so damn pathetic. Monique tells Stacey that she isn't interested in being cool with anybody who's still in contact with her ex. Stacey said, girl, I'm not talking to your ex and I've never dated Chris. Now they run it back. And Stacey did say that she's hung out with Chris before. Whether or not she's calling it a date, I'm not sure. So then Stacey pulls out her phone. She pulls up these text messages. And Chris is messaging Stacey, but he's not getting a response. Here comes Ashley in the confessional talking about, but you have his number. Yeah, she has his number. And so does Cookie. So what else is going on? Anybody can have his damn number. You can have it if you want it. So then she says, Stacey basically deleted those text messages and she ain't fooling me. Ashley, you're sick. Okay? You would know a liar because you were married to the biggest one. So then Wendy says, okay, so that means that someone is leaking information and I don't think the person is at this table. Ashley said, well, who would do that then? Wendy gets in the confessional. She says, let me put on my detective wig. Girl, I hope it's not that little wig from that mugshot. Baby, I ain't like that little wig. And then they had them nerve to try to have like a little bang, honey. I don't know what was going on with it, honey. But anywho, it ain't that wig. It's the detective wig. So she says it could be Kiana because she's suspect number one. Because why are you talking to Cookie? Both Kiana and Cookie don't like Stacey. So they could have just pinned it on Stacey. Suspect number two, Angel. Now we know Chris and Angel's husbands know each other. So maybe Angel told Bobby and Bobby told Chris. Now I can see Angel telling Bobby because she tells him everything, but I don't see Bobby telling Chris. So let's visit Angel a little bit later. Then there's Giselle. Now she loves mess. So maybe she told Cookie because they're cool now because that's how she gets in contact with Karen. I mean, if anything, it would be Ashley because Giselle likes to keep her hands clean. She gets her flunkies to do her bidding. Every time something goes down, Giselle does not directly do it. She sends Ashley to do it. Exhibit A. When they wanted to see if Karen really still lived in Potomac, they had Ashley's goof dress up and take an empty pizza box to Karen's door. Yeah. And just here lately, I don't know if y'all saw it, Robin and Giselle were talking about Mia's arrest. And Giselle said, oh, well, I'm going to call Jacqueline this weekend and get the tea. She said, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to get Ashley to call Jacqueline and get the tea. So we can X Giselle out. She's a veteran. She's not that sloppy. Moving forward. She said, and then we're back to Stacey. Stacey lied in the past. She lied in the present. And probably going to lie in the future. Wendy, this is your best season yet. Girl, we have got to keep you out the slammer. Girl, when I tell you that was so funny to me, the way you brought this back to the original suspect. Oh, child, that was so funny. Baby, that is so funny. Baby, that had me hollering. Now, me personally, I think it was Kiana. Because what the hell you jumping on the phone with Cookie for immediately after Pride? For what? Girl, you don't know that woman like that. Anyway, I think it was Cookie because she knows that Cookie has a crush on Chris, and she probably went running back everything that Monique said, and then they pinned it on Stacey. That's why she was so happy to get on away from that table, because she know damn well that she did it, allegedly. So then Stacey told Monique, girl, listen, I don't have no real beef. I don't really care. Okay? I really don't know what to believe. The biggest thing for me, because I know that he's messy, I just want you to be careful. I divorced him for a reason, girl. So you need to be careful. So then Ashley gets up from the table so she can check on Kiana for whatever reason. Girl, Kiana, all right. She wants to get up. Let her get up. And Stacey told her, okay, well, I just want us to have a relationship. Because I don't want, and Monique said, well, I will formulate my opinion of people based on how I interact with them, not based on what someone else says. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, this episode was really good. Last episode was really good. This episode right here, though, y'all some bullies. I don't like how y'all were treating Stacey. Like, at first I was like, ain't nobody worried about y'all because, you know, this, and this. She was really affected by that on this episode. And it's just a little bit too much. Now, I don't know how the rest of the season is going to go because based on that trailer, some dynamics are shifting and things are happening. I'm not completely sure what it is, but Potomac's having a pretty good season so far. It was a slow burn, baby, but we're picking up steam. Now, I have to say this, y'all. I was bored with Married to Medicine. I was bored. I don't know, y'all. I might sit this season out. It just wasn't good. I don't know how many times we're going to talk about Quad versus Dr. Simone. I don't know why the hell we're talking about Curtis and something he did 45 years ago. There's nothing new. It's not given. I'm going to do episode 1, but I can't promise you more than that. Y'all comment down below and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.